Hi, this is Eddie Hearn, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out, and with me via Zoom, all the way from America. Delighted to be joined by the most talked about heavyweight in America right now, Mr. Christopher Lovejoy. Christopher, it's been a while since we last spoke. How have you been keeping, my man?
Man, I've been doing good. Just training. I finally got a lot of stuff behind me, ready to move forward. But God is good. I'm blessed.
Christopher, you're probably the controversial heavyweight in the heavyweight division right now. One minute you're retiring, then you're announcing a fight on your social media with Manuel Charr. What is going on with you right now? Because it's something different with you every day. Just following you on social media is a task itself.
Man, I'm supposed to fight Manuel Charr May 15th in Hamburg, Germany.
Has that 100% been confirmed?
It's been confirmed. I mean, you know, they did a press release. They announced it. I received a couple dollars for a deposit, and I think the rest is history. I think it's a go.
Excellent. Obviously, Manuel Charr holds a version of the WBA World Heavyweight title. Is this a regular title, or is it the actual main title that you'll be challenging for?
You know, I don't even know. I guess we gotta wait and see it when the rankings come out. I'm supposed to be back on the rankings April 31st or May 1st. I don't really know what belt is for. You know, his belt is supposedly in recess, which I still don't really know what that means. I don't know.
What's your thoughts on Manuel Charr? A very experienced fighter. He's had over 35 fights. He's fought the likes of Alexander Povetkin. He's fought Vitaly Klitschko. He's fought some real credible names in the division. What's your thoughts on him?
I don't really think he's a threat. I mean, not only he's like having fought in almost 4 years, but I'm looking at his last couple of fights. I don't really see him getting in my way. I don't see him stopping me. I think I'll walk through him easily.
The task itself is a tough one. Obviously, like as I mentioned, he's an experienced fighter. He's fought some good fighters as well. But going to Germany as well, that slightly adds on a bit more pressure on you in terms of judges' decisions, them favouring the home fighter. Have you taken all this into consideration leading up to the fight?
Definitely. I'm not trying to let it go the distance. I don't want to leave it into the judge's hands. I'm pretty sure he has a home channel advantage, but I don't really see him beating me. I just can't see it happening. Honestly, I don't even see him even showing up for the fight. I think when he sees me, you know, they must think I'm a short, fat, out of shape guy, you know, and haven't fought nobody. He's in for a rude awakening, man. He ain't fought nobody like me. I'm coming straight for it. I'm coming down the pipe. I'm coming straight for him, man.
Has there been any talks about a potential promoter or a certain platform that this fight might be broadcasted on?
I think they have their own promotions, Diamond Boy Promotions. You know, they haven't given me too much about the promotion or the network is going to be on or ways to stream the fight or anything. You know, some people are telling me that they're doing this for publicity, you know, to use to get my fans and all this other stuff. And that's why I said send me a deposit because, you know, it costs to try to embarrass me and say I have another fight and then the fight doesn't happen for whatever reason. So, you know, I don't know about ticket sales. You know, I don't know. I don't even know where the venue is going to be at. I know they sent me a contract. You know, I received some money, and we got a press release, and I think it's going to happen. But I'm not the promoter. Yeah.
As I mentioned at the start, there's been a lot of controversy with you. The whole Dave Allen episode, your dealings with Don King, then there's a potential fight with Solomon Dakers. You know, you're at an age now where you want to be in regular fights. You're 20, you know, you say you're the most talked about heavyweight in America. Just how important is it not only that you keep active in 2021, but you also keep on building your profile? So if you can get past Manuel Charr, you could perhaps look at the likes of the Dillian Whites, the Deontay Wilders, maybe even the Anthony Joshua's or the Tyson Furies?
Um, I'm going to stay active regardless. I mean, this fight right here, I'm hoping it goes through. You know, I'm hoping he shows up. I'm hoping everything goes as planned. If not, for whatever reason, I got to go get me a fight just because I've been out the ring a whole year. You know, I mean, I get sparring in. I'm in the gym. I'm in good shape, but it's not like actual fight. So I'm going to go get me a fight. If this fight doesn't happen, I'm going to go get me a fight. Weeks after this fight is scheduled.
As I mentioned, you obviously, I look closely at your social media as I do with all the other fighters just to see what's going on in their life, whether they've made any announcements. You put up a post on your Twitter and your Instagram of you and Deontay Wilder. You're both two top heavyweights from America. He's a former world champion. You're an undefeated fighter. If you can get past Manuel Charr, is that the fight you'll be looking for next?
That's definitely a fight I'm looking for next. That's definitely a fight I want. Like I say, I filed on another note, I filed for bankruptcy. So that got rid of any type of contracts, debts, or leases I had. So I don't have any contracts with anybody. So Triller's a network. Triller Fight Club has a network, and they're throwing fights and stuff like that. And I like what they're doing over there, and I'm open to that. I don't know how Wilder is with his networks and promotion and stuff like that, but I just threw it out there to see what type of response to get. That's the fight I want, basically like a call out. I'll be available this summer with or without Maunel Charr fight. He hasn't fought. He needs a fight. I mean, I think that'd be a good fight for him and me. That's the fight I want. I mean, that's the fight I like. I mean, like you said, two guys from America. At this point, I don't have any kind of contractual issues, no network limitations or anything. So I can fight anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere.
If that fight with Deontay Wilder was to happen, how do you think it pans out?
Well, once again, he's been exposed. I would just be the aggressor in the fight. I would make him fight. I don't think he'd be able to handle pressure, similar to what Tyson Fury did in second, third, fourth round, stuff like that. I'll be looking to get him out of early.
You say that Manuel Charr wouldn't really be much of a problem for you, given what's happened with Deontay Wilder in his previous fight with Tyson Fury. Do you still think Deontay Wilder can get back to his best? And would you see Deontay Wilder as a problem to you if that fight was to happen?
I don't know what his best is. I think that he's been moved the right way, the way you're supposed to move a fighter who has a lot of vulnerability, and he's finally got exposed. So I don't really have anything good to say about him. And not only the way he fights, his skill level, it's just that the excuses he made after he was exposed. So when you say get back to his level, his best or whatever, I don't know what his best is. I mean, I think his best was against Tyson Fury, and that what you see is what you get.
Well, two top American heavyweights, hopefully trying to get a summer fight on. Obviously, that depends on what happens with you, Manuel Charr, but it'd be good to see because a lot of people want to see you in the ring because you came over to the UK. A lot of the UK fans took to you, obviously, with your interviews with different media outlets. But how much frustrating period has this been for you? Because ever since you took that fight with Dave Allen, it's just kind of gone backwards for you. Nothing positive's really come for you. How are you staying positive and how are you still managing to stay in the sport?
Well, what it is that contract I had with Don King is due to expire May 4th, 2021, which is just a week away. Instead of me waiting for that to end, I just filed bankruptcy to end it early, just because I won't have any problems, just to get rid of it. So I kind of knew what I was getting myself into as far as the last 4 or 5 months. I knew what was going on. I knew I wouldn't have to get a fight until I either filed bankruptcy or wait till the contract expired. So I just filed bankruptcy. That was over a month ago. And this is the first fight I got. I told everybody I was going to take the first fight come my way.
You mentioned that, obviously, Manuel Charr hasn't fought in over 4 years. Deontay Wilder's not fought in over a year. There's a possibility that, as you said, Manuel Charr might not even show up. We don't know what's going on with Deontay Wilder right now, but you've always been open to the likes of the Alan Babbage fight, Solomon Dakers, there's Fabio Wardley, there's other fighters in the heavyweight division outside the UK, such as Eric Molina. Are you still willing to take these fights, or is it just the Manuel Charrs and the Deontay Wilders you want next, given the current situation that you're in right now?
Well, those are the fights I wanted. Those are the fights I've wanted for the last few months now. But unfortunately, boxing doesn't work like that. It's not like we could just book the fight now for next week. Blah blah blah. This is about timing. Available slots, boxers being available. Solomon Deckers. I didn't file for bankruptcy yet, so I wasn't able to even take the fight. Now I'm ready to take the fight. But now I'm ready. I have a fight. So I don't know who he's fighting. As far as Alan Babbitt, yeah, that's definitely the fight I wanted. That's definitely the fight I wanted back then. I still want it now. But like I said, I don't know who he's fighting. I don't know how his schedule is, but I'm always ready. I'm always the one calling people out. I'm always the one trying to get the fight. These guys aren't pressing for a fight. These guys aren't calling people out saying, let's fight right now. Let's get it done. What's the next fight day? They're not doing that. None of them are doing it. I'm the only person that's doing this. So I want the next fight available. The first person who called my bluff was Maunel Charr. And I said, yes, let's do it. So let's see.
Fair enough. Just get your predictions for this weekend's fight in the heavyweight division between Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker, both very experienced fighters. Derek Chisora's challenged for a world title on numerous occasions. Joseph Parker is a former world champion. What's your predictions for that fight on Saturday night?
I think it'll be exciting. Shout out Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. They always put on a good show. Best promoter in the world, best in the business right now. As far as the main event, Chisora and Parker, I got to give Parker the edge. Just a younger fighter. I think he got more of a proof. He's on a nice winning streak. This is his step up in his last 4 or 5 fights. A lot of people have been calling for him to get that next big fight since the guys he's been fighting aren't at that top level. So I think he'll win this easy. I think they'll go the distance. I don't think he'll stop Chisora. I think they go the distance. I don't see Chisora landing too much on him. I think he'll win by unanimous decision. And I think he'll be looking for a big fight after this
one. There's one sport right now that's getting a lot of praise and rightfully deserved, and that's the UFC, especially with the show that they put on last weekend, UFC 261. I don't know what your opinion on the UFC is, but there's a fighter in their heavyweight division that's the world champion right now, is Francis Ngannou. He's spoken about in the past how he'd like to fight the likes of Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Dillian White, and we've seen it happen before with Conor McGregor jumping over to the boxing side and taking on the biggest face of boxing at the time, which was Floyd Mayweather. Is that something you'd be open to in taking on someone like a Francis Ngannou one day?
Yeah, 100%. See, me, I'm a real fighter. I just haven't had my opportunity yet. The opportunity I got took away from me. I'm open for that kind of stuff. A lot of guys don't want to be embarrassed, for those type of fights. A lot of guys say, no, let's not do that. Let's just stay on our path and let's focus on the big prize. All these guys are trying to build their record, look good, and hope to get a fight with Joshua or Fury. They're not trying to build their own brand and make people come see them. They're just trying to just get a few wins, stay undefeated, let everybody else lose, and hopefully they get the fight for a mandatory or something like that. And that's what's going on in the division right now. And that's what's messed up about it. You got a few guys calling people out. Michael Hunter, he wants to fight everybody. Me, I want to fight everybody. And outside of that, I don't really see no one just wanting to fight. Everyone's just trying to just build their record up and get one of those guys for a payday.
How do you think the crossover pans out if Francis Ngannou does come over from the UFC to take on boxing's heavyweights finest?
I don't think he'd do good with boxing with heavyweights, but the heavyweights, the top guys in the division. It takes years to really demote yourself and get that boxing experience. I don't see him, outclassing anybody like that. The top 10 guys. I see him beating somebody, who probably doesn't have that much experience. And if he wants to build a nice boxing career, that's how you do it. You don't go fight the top guys in your first fight. You don't do that. No one does that. You start off boxing with guys you're probably going to beat just to get used to those small gloves and going the rounds and get some experience.
One final question. Another fight this weekend is going to be Andy Ruiz Jr. He returns back to the ring, back to action.
Oh, that's this weekend. This weekend.
Takes on Chris Arreola. Andy Ruiz, former world champion, provided us with one of the biggest shocks in heavyweight history. How do you think that fight pans out Saturday night? And Do you think Andy Ruiz has what it takes to become a world champion again?
I don't know if he has what it takes to become world champion again. He had his chance to seal the deal. He didn't do it. So I don't think he'll get there again. I mean, I don't think he could beat these big heavyweights, you know. He did his thing. He won all the belts. He beat Joshua, but he didn't do it again. And I don't see him doing that against these other big heavyweights. I mean, he's just too small of a heavyweight, you know, for somebody like me or a real big heavyweight to let him even touch him. You know, he's just too small.
Well, either way, it's exciting times for the heavyweight division, and a fight with yourself and Manuel Charr would be really interesting to see. Also, wouldn't mind seeing yourself versus Deontay Wilder, but fingers crossed, we're going to see you in the ring at some point, because it's been a long wait to see what Christopher brings to the box.
Oh man, it's been a while. But like I said, everything is on God's timing. I'm just here enjoying the journey, getting better, getting in shape, getting more experience, and however it plays out, that's the plan that God has for me. So let's see if this fight go through. If not, I'm gonna jump into another fight. I'm in a win-win situation. I'm gonna beat this guy if he shows up. If we fight.
How do you?
So obviously,
do you stop him? Do you beat him by points?
I think I'll stop him. I mean, a lot of people saw his last few fights. He's not really a threat. He got a lot of experience, but he's not really ready.
Well, again, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see, because he's not fought in a while. You've not fought in a while, so it'd be good to see two heavyweights back in the ring doing what they do best. Christopher, a pleasure as always. Thank you very much for your time. Before we bring the interview to an end, is there anything you'd like to add?
So all my supporters I got, bear with me. I'm out of contracts now. If this fight don't go through, look for a big fight announcement. If it do go through, look for a nice knockout. I'm on Instagram. My name, Christopher Lovejoy. And I'm on Twitter, Lovejoy Boxing.
Top man. Well, we'll be sure to share your social media links in the description, because you've always given us your time when it's been asked for, so it's the least we can do. Thank you once again for your time, Christopher. We hope all is well. We hope the family is well and safe. We hope you're keeping in good condition in the gym. We'll definitely keep up to date with you on social media, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
No problem. Christopher Lovejoy, thank you for talking to Lights Out.